Dacky. I know both Walt and myself, we've spoken with a couple of the guys at Golden Guardians. They're a super cool team. So really fun to see them getting involved in the space.
Yeah, and we're going to see if the Golden Guardians money kind of puts some fire under these guys in game 1. Dacky versus DD, going to Yoshi's story. Kind of an interesting first pick, though, if you ask me, if you're in the kind of position of the Puff player. What do you think about this?
So I have a lot of thoughts on Puff stages as a former Puff main myself, now a Falco player. And one of the things about Yoshi's in general as a stage, and we actually saw this a lot with Hungrybox versus Mango, is that in theory, on some level, it seems bad because Puff is going to die early, right? But she also has really solid platform tech chases because she can react quickly. Her back air is kind of threatening a lot more frequently because you can't run away. And if you're playing a really campy Fox, it can be a good choice because you're just kind of always in their face, which some Foxes don't like. They want to be far away. They want to be shooting lasers and making your life difficult.
Sure, yeah, as we kind of talk about how the stage could propose to be pretty good for the Puff player here, DD goes down. A stock answers back right there, 3 stocks apiece. But Dacky looked really, really strong in that first stock, and he looks like he's just maintaining all the control at the moment.
Yeah, you know, it was funny. We saw DD start off with a pretty big grab combo. By the way, second hit up air, definitely challenging to do. You know, it's funny. Up throw up air is one of those things that we are very, very used to seeing Foxes do. It is kind of like a staple kill setup. But if you aren't a Fox player, up throw up airing Puff is actually quite difficult.
Really hard.
It is really hard. Like, and especially, you know, at the highest level, Puff players are looking to SDI the up throw up air. And the way that Fox players adapt around that is they will try to like mix up the timings. So already it's really hard to hit it. You pretty much have to claw with your controller to get it. And then you're adding in the mix up of timings. It's really tricky.
Did you just see that absolute bonkers movement that Dacky did?
Yeah, he is definitely looking confident in this matchup so far. I feel like DD had some momentum and then he really quickly extinguished it.
Yeah, a bit of a miscue earlier, kind of almost just SDing on his third stock. So that proposes a 2-stock advantage for Dacky, but holy crap. I think if Dacky kind of gets momentum like this and he can get comfortable with that type of movement, that's going to be trouble for DD moving forward in this set. 1-0 in favor of Dacky.
No, absolutely. So I'm expecting a Dreamland as a counter pick. It is kind of the classic one. The only thing that would make me think otherwise is because we saw Yoshi's on the stage, but it does look like we're getting confirmation in the top left that we are going to Dreamland. So we're going to see, I expect, a very different game. You know, Dacky's probably going to play it a little bit slower. I'm going to be spacing lasers, you know, taking advantage of that space. But really, what we're going to be seeing from the Puff is they're looking for those openers, those big impact openers like grab, up tilt, up air, anything that can kind of lead to a rest or a really, really powerful edge guard.
And even pound, which is what we would see out of HBox in recent times. But it looks like Dacky can just say no to all of that, scoop him up with the up smash, and take the first stock of this game. Suffice it to say as well, huge shout outs to PG Stats. Dacky's best stage win by percentage is on Dreamland.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, see, again, this is one of those things where, like, I think we are so used to sort of this matchup being kind of back and forth. And for a while, it was talked about as very Fox favored. And then that kind of, like, fell out of fashion. But I really do think Fox has a lot of, like, natural advantages. And one of them, by far, in my opinion, yeah, this is going to do it. One of them, by far, in my opinion, is the fact that there aren't really that many bad stages for Fox. Even Dreamland, like, the kind of typical counter pick, it's not that bad. He has space, he can camp, it's fine.
Yeah, Dacky just showing immense control here. What does DD need to do to find the stock? It just needs a big opener, like you said, but he can't find it. He's just getting smothered.
Just these shines in particular, making Puff, a character that normally has an amazing recovery, look like she just cannot catch a break. Like every shine spike, every up smash. Oh, did he just jump
off?
Is
this a 4-stock on Puff in 2021 in Dreamland?
Yeah, all we need to see is a stray back air, and we do get that. So it doesn't look like we're going to be a 4-stock, but just as I say that, he is back.
Goes ledge there.
Oh man, already 50%. That is enough that if he misses a rest, which of course is not on the table with this stock count, a charge up smash, I'm pretty sure will kill. So this is looking bad for DD. I'm just gonna say it.
I still can't get over the fact that he went for ledge and got it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is...
Shine out of shield. Just, oh my gosh.
So it brings up a great point and question I have for you, Walt, is in this situation, are you like a guy who wants to play a bit more, like download the opponent, so to speak?
Oh,
or
he's
do you just
done.
do what we just saw, which is just, I'm done. I gotta go. Take me to the next game.
It's tough to say, Radar. I think it depends. Like, it really kind of depends on mood for some people. Like, for me included. If I'm having a bad day, then I just do exactly what DD did there. I'm like, listen, this game's over. There's no shot I'm winning it. Let's just go next, see what happens. But I think a lot of the times it's good to try to like get more information. I'm assuming he's going to go back to Dreamland. That's probably his best counter pick that he could ask for in this matchup. But holy moly, did Dacky look dominant in that game?
Yeah, it is interesting that he went back to Dreamland. There's an argument against it, but I really don't think the problem is the stage. It just seems like Dacky is, Dacky also beat HBox, right? There's a pretty long list of 2020 players who beat HBox, but I think Dacky either had a very, very close set or straight up won, and we're kind of seeing why.
Yeah, a bit more even Stevens, though, at the start of this game. Let's see if that kind of trends into a more favorable position for what just happened.
I think we saw a little bit of a crack in DD's mental, man. Like, he just let that go. And I don't know, like, he was turning around.
Yeah, SD as Puff for your first, exactly what we want to see if you're looking to turn the corner as DD. But again, the answer back was quite good. 3 stocks apiece, but Dacky just looks like he has all the composure in the world.
Unfortunately, DD not able to land there and get the jab reset. But yeah, DD, and speaking of composure, is starting to piece it together. Doesn't go for the rest.
Really aggressive pound there. And he misses the rising pound as well. That's almost just kind of 2 SDs if you think about it.
Yeah, I would definitely call that an SD. I've noticed in general, DD not a player that likes to go for kind of the rest as much. Kind of it's a philosophy thing. Like if you very, very, very often are trading against Fox. By far, out of any character, he will kill you off the rest if you hit it and he DIs properly. But maybe it's a mistake. Like you get a lot of value when you trade in these situations.
Yeah, I think the big the big person that we think about when we make these comparisons is of course Hungrybox, and I think now Toussaint to some extent making quite a bit of a run for himself on the East Coast bracket as well. But those players just very, very quick on the trigger. If they see the opportunity for a rest, they're just gonna send it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think one of the things that actually they sort of developed as they got better, especially in HBox's case, was having a good balance of like really converting off the hit without rest, and then when they need to, pulling out the rest and like kind of keeping it close. And I think that's where the meta started to really push for Puff, where like she doesn't need the rest to win the matchup, because I know that's something Hungrybox used to just straight up say, like, if I can't get the rest, I lose.
Sure. Okay. Gave him back the jump, though. What's going to be the follow-up? Just catches with the back air, and Dacky goes ledge again. Almost ends the set with that ledge jump up smash. Okay. There's a chance here.
This is very doable. All you need is about like 15% and an up throw, and it's over. So
don't get caught aggressive pounding by ledge. DD, please. Been punished so many times. Does not get punished there.
Don't do it again, though. DD, don't do it again. I know your Puff brain is telling you to do it again, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Jeez, yeah, that was a little bit unlucky movement out of DD to wrap up that set. I believe he thought he was going to snap ledge and then had to exhaust 2 more jumps in order to actually get there, and the air dodge, which is kind of what enabled Dacky to just pick up the real easy gimme back air, take the set and the win, 3-0, marching to the beat of a different drum from the 2 previous sets that you and I have casted tonight, Radar.
Yeah, that was the first set we've seen so far that felt a little more one-sided. Not a surprise. Dacky, a very capable player. If you're just joining us now, we did talk a lot about how kind of he sort of been on the rise, had some notable wins. So, good stuff to both players. I'm interested to see how far Dacky goes, though.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like on his bracket that actually will qualify him for top 16. Winner's side. Interesting